Hey, we're back. Two in the bush.
Two in the bush. Oh, I should silence my phone.
Oh yeah, we don't need that vibrating.
Not the phone.
So hey man, I hear you're going on a trip.
I sure am. Tomorrow. So we wanted to squeeze in one last podcast before I was gone.
Where are you going?
Take a guess.
I hear it's far away.
Yes.
I hear it's a
It involves hummus.
And Jewish people.
What's your guess, audience? Hint, the answer is Israel.
Oh, wow. I thought it was somewhere in New York City.
Quite stylish. Oh, well, I mean, that could also be applicable.
Wow. Cool. Man, are you excited?
Like, simultaneously excited and also horrified. Like, they grow in proportion to each other.
Is it just because of the plane ride? It's a long flight, I would assume.
There is that. It is a very long flight. I'll be flying for, 14 hours. It's two different flights. So that's horrifying. And then, also just being there for over 2 weeks and meeting the boyfriend's family and stuff like that.
Do you know what's going to be happening? Are you in the dark? Is it a week full of surprises, or?
Well, so we have discussed loose plans, but there is not a day-by-day itinerary or anything.
I mean, do they have I assume, but I don't know. Do they have amusement parks in Israel? You can go on a roller coaster.
I don't know. I know that we're gonna sightsee. Some of the religious important things to experience.
Although they got temples, and
walls,
the
Wailing Wall, rivers, cities.
I've heard of those before.
Stuff like that. That'll be interesting. And then family things and friend things, and there's a lot of food that I have to eat apparently.
Yeah, some of that authentic Israel cuisine. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, really,
that's
that's
super
cool.
nifty. And so tomorrow at this time, what time is it right now? Tomorrow at this time, I will be on the plane.
Interesting.
In Chicago. It'll probably not be actually flying yet because these things rarely happen like they're supposed to. I don't know, maybe it will be. My flight's supposed to take off at 6:40. It's currently 6:50.
Well, it's going to be on the 4th of July, so you never know what's going to happen at an airport.
That's true.
On a major holiday. Well, I just thought maybe it'd be really busy and there could be delays.
Whichever.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll be alright.
You're the second person that believes that. Everyone else has been like, oh my god, be safe. Let us know when you get there, blah, blah, blah. Freaking out.
Who's freaking out?
Everyone. My family, my co-workers, except for one. One came up to me today and she was like, I'm not going to tell you to be careful because nothing's going to happen. You're going to be fine. And I was like, thank you. That's
nice.
Yeah.
What a nice person.
Enough of these what bitches.
What do they think you're going to be kidnapped?
They're like, oh man, airports are dangerous and foreign countries are dangerous and watch out for pickpockets and, you might get kidnapped or something.
Airports are very safe.
Yeah, I'm like, of all the places.
Yeah, that's a very good place to be is an airport.
Yeah.
And
you know what? Shit might happen, but hell, I could get into a car accident staying here in Iowa City, Iowa.
More people die in car accidents than die in airplane crashes. I don't know if you've ever heard that stat before.
I have,
but
in fact.
That's a little nugget of knowledge I happen
Listen
to know.
up, Mom and Dad.
And especially these planes that fly, you're doing a transatlantic flight.
Ooh.
That's the A+ pilots they put on that. If you're just doing domestic flights, you probably get some bum.
Right.
I mean, because they're gonna put someone they trust.
Pilot in training.
Yeah, they're gonna give you a trustworthy kind of guy to
going over the ocean.
go that far. Yeah, you're going over a body of water.
Right.
A large one. Yeah. So, boy, so you probably got one of the top pilots in the company.
I'm in good hands.
He probably keeps his drinking to a minimum.
Yeah,
so,
just a few shots before.
Yeah.
His nerves, take the edge off.
Exactly. So.
I'll probably do that too.
Yeah, heck, I would. I think I did.
Yeah. Hell.
I've only flown a couple times. Flown.
Where'd you fly to?
I flied. I've only flied a couple times.
Where'd you go?
I went to Nashville.
Hell.
So it was pretty short from
Yeah.
Nashville to Chicago to Nashville. Mm-hmm. Well, I flew from Cedar Rapids to Chicago. So that was a little hour long
Yeah.
jump on the...
See, I could have done that, but that flight was going to cost me like $400 on its own, and I was like, I can just fucking drive to Chicago.
That much? I think I only paid a little bit over $100.
Yeah.
I must have got some
bad timing or something.
I must have got a deal.
Yeah, a deal.
But I know, because I did it, and I was like, man, I should just fly to Chicago instead of driving all the time.
Yeah.
This was sweet. But then I was like, it'd still be cheaper than $100 in gas.
Yeah.
But if I had a little more extra disposable income, like if I
You'd do it.
made like an extra quarter or something like that, then hell, be buying
Just
plane
one
tickets.
extra quarter would just make that difference.
I'm just saying,
You're
hypothetically.
not asking much.
Yeah. You could fly to Chicago.
I mean, what's it to the company, really?
Yeah, American Airlines. Or but that's so neat. That's a lie. I've never really wanted to go to Israel, but
You hadn't even finished the lie. You didn't. Like,
I know. I was like, I should change
gone
this.
elsewhere.
I should change this lie to something else, but I was like, I don't know where to go.
It's not that, but like, it's not like you're opposed to going.
Oh no, no, I have
wow, I want to go.
I would go there if someone invited me.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Hell.
So, hell. But I just on my own, I want to up and be like.
I'm gonna go to Israel.
I mean, it would be on my list, but it would, it'd be in like my top 20 places to go.
Like mid-roster.
Yeah, it's a real mid-roster kind of place for me. Now, for other people, it'd be more probably top of the list. But I mean, there's a lot of interesting history and current events and issues that are exciting.
A whole ton going on there.
Yeah, there's always a lot of action in that area. So, man, be careful.
Not you too. I'll be fine.
No, I'm saying you'll be safe everywhere else except for your destination.
Where you're going, yeah.
No.
That's true. Everybody's like, oh God, the flight. Oh God, the travel. Oh God, the airport. Nobody's like, oh God, Israel. I'm not worried about that, honestly.
I mean, as long as you're not in any of the, disputed areas, yeah. I'm going to assume you'll be okay. They have everything on lockdown there. I've watched that movie, Munich or whatever, that Steven Spielberg made. You ever seen that?
Nope, sure didn't.
Oh man, well, these terrorists did some stuff, and then Israel was like, we're going to get revenge, and then they hired a special squad of people to take down them dirty terrorists, or in the view of the movie, I don't know, but
maybe they weren't dirty.
Yeah, I don't know. They were probably very clean terrorists, but I'm just saying in the film they're portrayed as such.
I see.
And then they all they form a team and they take them out.
Oh.
It's got stars Eric Bana. You know him?
Nope. Is that actually Bana or is it Banner and you just
Banner,
weird?
Bana. I don't know what the hell his name is. He played the Hulk in that first Hulk movie.
Bruce Banner.
That's Bruce Banner. That's the character's name. But
is Eric related?
He's in that movie. It's pretty good. It's
cool.
all right. I don't know what brought that.
I don't really know how we got there.
Mind.
Honestly.
Well, I'm just saying, if something happens, they'll just form a strike team to take revenge in your name.
Wow, that's just for me.
I've seen it in a film. So
all this for me.
Yeah.
I've seen Taken.
Oh, that's kind of similar
vein.
Just not based on a true story.
Yeah.
And it deals with a man's family and
as opposed
not
to
like a whole country.
Yeah.
But
it's about the same though.
It's very similar.
Sure.
The more I think about it, and also, if you can connect this, because in Taken stars Liam Neeson, who stars in Schindler's List.
Whoa.
Which I don't know if anyone's seen that film or heard of that, but I believe it has something to do with Jewish culture to some extent.
A little bit.
But wow. So there you go. There's a connection.
That is a connection.
That's awesome.
Meant to be.
Man, so you're gonna be there for a couple weeks?
For like 2 weeks and 3 days or something like that.
That's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
Is that the longest you've been in a foreign? Wait, have you been to a foreign country?
I've never been before.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Your first time, and it's gonna be 2 weeks.
It's gonna be really lengthy, yeah. And for someone with like commitment issues, it's kind of horrifying.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's hell. It's just this. It's just another place.
Hell.
You're still you.
Yeah, I'm still me. I'm still on this earth.
You're still on the earth.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Some people think the earth is flat.
What?
Yes.
It's not?
Yeah, I really know. That's what I'm one of them too.
You're a flat earther?
I'm glad, finally.
Hell.
I won't be embarrassed to
Two
bring
in
it
the
up around
bush.
you.
You heard it first here. We're flat earthers.
But it's had a big comeback in the last few years, flat earthers.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about this on some other podcast or something. That
Well, don't plug them, because
Yeah,
you're going to get
no.
way better information on this
From
podcast.
this one, yeah.
Like, they believe it's flat because they're crazy.
I remember there being some bit about, like, this one spot in this one state where you can, like, take a picture and see, like, farther than they would think that you would be able to see if the Earth was round. And so they're like, see, the Earth must be flat because of how far you can see.
I'm starting to change my mind already.
I know, I told it really well.
Like, if the Earth was round and you're on the bottom of it, you'd be upside down.
Yeah, you would fall off.
Yeah. What the heck? Explain that. NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I think not.
I don't think you can. Mm-hmm. And, like, yeah, if a boat would just fall off.
Yeah.
It'd tip over.
Yeah.
If it went around.
Yep.
It'd go around.
Around.
Come on. Around. I don't think you can't go around something. You go across it.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Shady as hell.
How would I be traveling the Earth if the Earth was round?
And they're like, hey, we've sent people to the moon. We've seen it. No, you didn't send anyone to the moon either.
That's bullshit. We know it.
That's bullshit as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we got you, science.
Nice try.
We got you.
But I think that's what they believe.
Yeah, that the Earth is flat.
Yeah, that's flat.
Yeah.
I really haven't delved deep enough into it to know, like, what the implications of that theory is.
I think they're really the only implication is just like, ha!
But why are they tricking? Why don't they want us to know it's flat, I guess?
Wait, what? Who doesn't want us to know it's flat?
Whomever doesn't want us to know, whoever's telling us it's round.
I always assumed that they were honestly just deceived, and that they really believed that the Earth was round.
Like, the government really thinks it's round. But won't they be able to tell from their fancy satellites?
They're wrong.
Science?
They're wrong.
They're just, okay, so there's not
just like they're deceived into thinking that there was such a thing as dinosaurs.
True. But I thought the government, that was also a thing the government did, was they, like, made
I don't know,
fake...
man. Maybe I'm just an optimist. Maybe I just think the best of people, but I think it's an honest
Well, what are
mistake.
the bones? Or are we just, like, seeing things that are not really...
Well, the devil put them there.
Oh, okay, see, I didn't...
Yeah.
The
to
devil...
deceive.
Why?
He came to steal, kill, and destroy.
And trick.
And trick.
But-
Deceive.
but-
Conniving bastard.
So if we believe in dinosaurs, what does that do for Satan?
Well, see, that means that we don't believe that the Earth is only 6,000 years old, or 600 or 60 or what the hell ever number.
Well,
6,000, yeah.
But creationists say it could be that old, but also have dinosaurs.
No.
Don't they say, like, dinosaurs lived with man or some bullshit?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, man was created 6,000 years ago if you're looking at the Bible's version of it. So if dinosaurs existed billions of years ago...
No. Dinosaurs were created 6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
When man was.
Oh,
at the same time.
Well, but
people
science,
say that.
But science, though...
Well...
all these scientists think that the bones are older than that by, like, a lot.
Yeah, but we've already established that the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
And so science is wrong about that. So
right. So they're also wrong about the age of the bones.
Yeah, that would be my argument.
I could see that. I'm open-minded enough to accept that dinosaurs might be real if they are only 6,000 years ago.
Well, you know that most of the time when they these museums have these fully erect dinosaurs, most of those bones are fake.
Oh my God!
Did you know that? Because oddly, when you're finding fossils and bones and such, it's hard to find like a full set.
Fossils.
So
quote.
Then they have to create fake ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If one thing's fake, then that leads me to believe that probably the whole thing's fake.
The whole thing is a ruse. Is that the word?
Is it? Hey, could it be that a dinosaur died and was fossilized, and due to it, being in the ground and being fossilized over a period of time, that maybe a couple bones could have washed away or disappeared? Or they couldn't find them when they were digging it up? Or could it be that they just are lying about the whole thing?
Right.
What is the most logical answer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel you.
So, it's probably not real.
Yeah, probably not a real thing.
Man.
I feel like a weight has been lifted from my chest.
Have you ever seen that, like, Noah's Ark amusement, like that guy who rebuilt the Ark down in Kentucky or some bullshit, and it's like a big amusement park, and it's that Ken Ham guy. You know who that
the guy
is?
with the Creation Museum.
Yeah, it's part of that.
My family wanted to go there this summer, and I told them that I was going to Israel instead.
Ooh. Which
then they were like, "Oh, well, that's the birthplace of Jesus."
Ooh, they're like, "That's I know." They're like,
and I was like.
First, they're like, we were prepared to be disappointed.
But now we are proud. Although they don't like that I'm going with my Jewish boyfriend. That's.
But Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah. Don't worry. He'll find Christ.
But the Jews then killed Jesus or something. I watched Passion of the Christ once.
I know.
Oh, man. So, yeah, but that Ken Ham guy, it's part of that whole Creation Museum thing. Yeah. He has the dinosaurs with the humans and
I see.
all that.
Oh, so he does believe in dinosaurs.
Yeah, but just that they existed at the same time humans did. I think so. I have a real rudimentary understanding. I don't want to misrepresent Mr. Ham in any way. Yeah. But my belief...
Is he a mister or is he like a doctor or something? I don't know.
This guy cannot be a doctor.
Dude, you'd be shocked.
He's probably like a podiatrist.
Dr. Ken Ham.
Ophthalmologist.
Oh my god.
He may be a doctor. I don't want to take that. I've never seen him introduced as Dr. Ken Ham. Kenneth Ham. Have you?
That's true.
I've only seen a couple interviews with him.
Right. So. I don't know if I've ever actually like seen any interviews of him. I can't talk. Wow.
Oh, it's all right.
That was a struggle.
Interviews.
Any interviews. I know I've like heard of him and read an article about his little debate with Bill Nye or what the hell ever.
Yeah, old science guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bill.
He's come out and become like a badass in the last few years. Like he's got this little Netflix show.
Oh, I watched some of that.
Edgy. Yeah, I watched like one episode and he was like, "Religious people are stupid." And
whoa.
Yeah, I mean he didn't say
Don't say
exactly
that. You're
like
about to go to Israel.
I know.
That might upset.
I was upset. I don't really consider myself religious anymore at this point in my life, but you know, there was a time when I did and I was like, "Hey, that's a little more aggressive than you need to be."
Mhm. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Keep your aggression in check.
Yeah, just be chill.
I mean, only be aggressive when fighting ignorance. That may be part of religion.
I was just say that could be relevant.
You know, that's the only time, as a person that's not necessarily religious, I would say it's only appropriate to be aggressive when you're being met with aggressiveness.
Yeah.
And people who are religious may not even recognize they're being aggressive, but they may be saying something like, I don't think people should be able to get married.
Yeah. And some sort of variety of person.
Yeah, and you're like, well, that's aggressive. Mm-hmm. And so you got to fight that aggression. But if it's just a cool person that's like, man, I just love Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. And I believe he just wants me to be happy. But I don't care what you believe in. We can be friends.
Yeah, why not?
And then you could say, man, that's good for you. And then you go out, get dinner together or something.
Yeah. Hang out. And you silently think each other to be morons, but you don't say it aloud.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, slightly moronic. You're just like, well, he has a good heart, but...
but, not so sure about that guy. He believes
some crazy stuff. But that could be either guy. I'm not saying who's the crazy person.
Right, yeah, they're both thinking that.
But, a little less aggression. I like some thinkers, some philosophers, some people in the atheist movement, but sometimes they can be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes so are the people on the other side. So you just gotta be careful with that.
Yeah.
People get killed over this
all
kind of
stuff. All you people, check your fucking aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Cool it. Every damn one of you.
Cool it off, man.
Cool it off.
But, where were we? Man, dinosaurs. Have you, man?
Israel, dinosaurs, science.
It is disappointing that we missed out on dinosaurs, though.
Yeah.
Really.
That would have been balls fucking deep, honestly.
That was so awesome. I think, people are like, well, it couldn't have happened because man couldn't have survived with dinosaurs. And I find that to be crazy. We obviously would have killed all of them.
Obviously.
Like we do everything.
Everything else, yeah.
Like, when have we not killed everything?
Yeah.
So...
I agree.
We could have lived with them for a while.
Why the hell not? I mean, other species of animals were... Like, there were a bunch of different species
Yeah.
of dinosaurs and other shit.
Mm-hmm.
They made it for a while.
Yeah.
We could have tried.
I'm just saying we could have lived with them. I mean, they'd probably be dead by now, but we would have been like, there would have been like a picture from like 1905.
Yeah, like, oh, that's me and old T-Rex.
That's the last T-Rex. They killed it. We're like, why? They're like, they look awesome. Like, they were eating us. Oh, okay.
We had to destroy them.
Or they're like, it's just fun. You can just get on a train and just shoot them from the train.
Killing for
It's kind of a tourist thing.
Yeah, it was kind of ritzy.
Apparently that's what they did to the buffalo. They would just,
Yeah.
they'd get a bunch of guys on trains and they just shoot them from the
Yikes.
train and just leave them there to die. I don't know if that's
sounds
true
fun.
or if that's an urban legend or something, but
What a
I don't know
waste.
ones that they just would kill them from the trains as a like tourist kind of thing. Like, oh, go to the wild plains of America.
Shoot all the
We'll
animals.
shoot all the animals.
fun.
That's fun, ain't it? They'd also like shoot Indians for fun and stuff too. But,
Oh, yeah, but that's fine.
you know, they were savages. They
Yeah.
were, you know,
Barely even human.
barely. But yeah, dinosaurs, dino DNA. If we only had that, if only we could find like a mosquito in amber
Yes.
and drill into it
And get that DNA
and
out.
get the dino DNA.
Mix it with some froggy DNA.
And then you'd get a dinosaur,
Yeah, a dinosaur.
and then, but then the dinosaurs would start to
Do their own thing.
do their own thing, and they'd get out of control.
Yeah, because life finds a way.
Because life finds a way. Because man is not God. Or man is God. Who knows?
Man eats God? What? What is
Yeah.
the quote? What is it?
Man, wait a minute. Oh, damn it.
Woman.
Yeah, woman inherits earth is the
Yeah.
end. Man
God
creates
creates man.
Everyone's like, fuck you.
They all know it.
Or are you
They're
trying to
waiting for
quote
us
Jurassic
move
Park?
on.
Something. Man
Man
create.
plays-
God kills dinosaur. Man creates dinosaur. Dinosaur kills man. Woman inherits earth.
God
Oh, shit.
creates man. Jurassic Park quote. You ready?
Oh, yes. Oh, shit.
I'm so
Sorry.
sorry. God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man kills God. Man brings back dinosaurs. Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth.
But why do dinosaurs not eat women?
You know? Maybe they're not. Maybe they don't swing that way.
They don't like that? Do you think
They
maybe
don't like eating women.
like ovaries taste disgusting
Yeah, probably.
to them? They're like, nah, we like men.
Ugh. Yeah.
Higher testosterone
Love
levels.
the taste of that ball sack.
Yeah, that's another thing in Jurassic Park. I think we may have discussed this, but you never see their balls
God, I'm so curious
or
about
penises.
that. Yeah, what's
Like-
a T-Rex dick like?
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like inside and it like came out, so there's no reason
Like
to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We don't know. Maybe someone's done research on dinosaur
What
genitalia.
if T-Rex has a really small penis, kind of like its arms?
Here's the thing. I'm just thinking, like, from a technical aspect, they'd probably have to have a pretty large one just
Yeah.
to
Get in
navigate into that.
Also, they're so odd shaped. Like, how would they mate?
See, that's the thing. I think from when I was in grade school and actually read about dinosaurs, like there's a lot of discussion about how exactly, because they did have a crazy kind of body. Like, how
Right.
did they lay down and get
Yeah.
up, and how would they have?
Such tiny little arms.
Yeah, those little tiny arms. You know, a lot of people say, or some people say they were just scavengers, that they couldn't really be badasses and do stuff with them little tiny arms up front, like they'd get knocked over easily.
Why did they? How did they end up with such tiny arms? Like, did they start with larger arms and somehow end up with tiny arms, or did they start with tiny arms and just keep tiny arms instead of getting larger arms?
I don't know.
What fucking happened to evolution here?
Have to talk to an evolutionary scientist.
Dear Darwin, what the fuck?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I think logically they need the big back legs to fucking run. Maybe
Yeah.
run fast. They do that in the movie.
Yeah.
He runs after a jeep. They never really use. He has to use his little claws to rip down the electrical
sign.
fence.
Oh,
Remember, he touches it and he's like, "Oh, this shit ain't electrified no more," and then he
Oh,
rips it
shit.
down.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna fucking eat
Got
some.
you fuckers.
Eat some people." That was my thing. Is like, people are pretty small. Would he really go through all that effort to eat some little tiny people?
It's like going to a lot of effort to get a shrimp.
Right, exactly. He had like fucking rip up a car.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
Like, just go get another dinosaur.
Yeah, there's fucking
dinosaurs here.
There's dinosaurs like huge.
Fucking Brachiosaurus up in this. They're going after the humans.
So that part I did kind of question.
Yeah, you know.
I could see like the little ones, like those little fucking. What are those smart guys?
What?
Velociraptors.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I could see those going after some humans.
Yeah, because that's like a sizable meal for a Velociraptor.
The T-Rex, he's fucking huge. He's still hungry.
Better shit to do.
He probably eats like fucking 20 humans, and he's like, I'm still
that was a nice snack.
Still fucking hungry, man.
Pre-game appetizer.
And I've read that a lot of like predatory animals don't really necessarily like to eat humans because we have a real low, we're a lot of bone, as
not so fleshy.
bone to meat ratio.
Right.
So they like to eat like meatier.
Especially back when we were actually being preyed on before we were all super fat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they say sharks, when they look at shark attacks, usually a victim only suffers like 1 or 2 bites, and that's it, because the shark is like,
Ew.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like what's all this
Where's
bone?
the meat?
Yeah, what's all this bone and bullshit? Because sharks like will eat like whales or dolphins and
like
shit like that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of meat, or seals.
All flesh.
The singer seal, they'll eat him. But yeah, so I would assume something like that would apply to probably fucking dinosaurs.
Probably fucking dinosaurs.
I don't know about fucking lion and tigers, though. I don't know what happens when they eat a dude. If they eat the whole thing, or if they just fucking don't like the bones.
Huh? Yeah. Like, do you come across like a pile of like dude bones?
I mean, a fucking cat though is vicious. I don't think they give up. A cat is much more vicious than a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like a big cat.
Yeah. Like, not like a house cat.
No, but sometimes house cats get crazy, and you're just like, fuck. Imagine if that thing was 8 feet long,
That's
however
true.
the fuck big
I'd
a
be
tiger
fucking
is.
dead.
Yeah, so if they were, pound for pound, they'd be vicious if they were that size.
You'd be a badass motherfucker, Jimmy.
That's why we rip their fucking claws out.
Yeah.
Some people do that.
This.
I don't do that.
I was gonna say, I don't think that you did.
Just sounds, that's
there.
rude. Can you imagine? Like
Ouch.
if we had fucking, we were pets,
Claws.
and they took us to the fucking thing.
Oh, hell, I wouldn't even be mad,
We're
dude.
gonna rip them nails out.
If I get to be a house cat and I just get to, like, lay around and get pet and fed all the time, like, fucking, you can have my nails, dude.
Or what if you have, like, a shitty family and they also rip your nails out?
Well, hell, then that sucks.
That's
Go find myself a new family.
that'd be a bummer. Yeah, I guess you can always leave.
Yeah.
Try not to get hit by a car.
Right. Do my best.
By a coyote or whatever.
What the hell ever.
Man, the life of a cat.
What's, isn't there another name for coyotes?
Coyotes.
Well, okay, but another... Hang on. This is
Wolf?
gonna bug me. No, that's not... That's not what that is.
No. A wolf is a wolf. A coyote is a coyote.
Hang on.
Coyote is a smaller, almost.
I really thought that it was also something else. No.
A prairie dog? Is that what you're thinking of?
What?
A prairie dog.
Oh my god.
That's a thing.
Yeah, but it's not a...
A fox? I'm just thinking of other canine...
Nope.
Well, what else did you think a coyote was?
I don't know.
Or a coyote? A cougar? A raccoon?
No. Coyote. Other name.
Are you thinking of a chupacabra?
What?
That's a mythical animal.
Coyote synonyms. Nope.
Pooch?
Okay, yeah, I give up.
Hyena?
I was drunk.
A lobo.
Oh, that's probably it.
What?
What I was thinking. Lobo.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Not a thing. Not a thing.
I don't know. You ever seen a bobcat?
In person?
Yeah.
No. But a bobcat is the same as a cougar, yes?
No.
No?
Bobcat's separate.
What?
Yeah. Bobcat's a slightly smaller, like, it's basically almost a feral cat, but it's a little bigger. I don't know. Type that in. I could be mistaken. What's not?
Bobcat.
But I believe a bobcat is something different than a cougar. A cougar is much bigger than a bobcat.
Not the company. Animal.
Yeah. Animal.
All one word, maybe. There we go.
That's a bobcat.
Bobcat.
I've seen a bobcat before.
Hmm.
I was kind of spooked.
That is kind of spooky.
Because it's
It
bigger.
looks like a fucking little cheetah.
It's like bigger and more muscular than a house cat, but it's not like a lot bigger than a house cat. You're not like, oh fuck, this thing will eat me.
Yeah.
You're like, man, that
thing's gonna fucking kill me.
thing looks crazy. Now apparently there are cougars in this state, but I've not seen a cougar before. That would probably be somewhat frightening.
Yeah.
See?
Mountain lion. This is the word that I was looking for.
Now I believe a mountain lion is pretty similar to, like, basically...
It is the same as one of them.
It's basically
a
a cougar, but I believe there's different varieties.
No, but they're the fucking same. Look, I typed in mountain lion and cougar came up.
But if you go to click on cougar, it'll give you a map of probably where different mountain lion type, I don't want to say different species, but different types of mountain lions reside.
The cougar, also known as the mountain lion, puma, panther, or catamount.
Yeah, no one's going to say catamount.
Whoa, yeah, what the fuck is a catamount?
Well, I'm pretty sure there are different types of mountain lions.
I mean, that's probably true.
Like, you know, just slight variants due to where they are regionally.
Well, that's super fucking cool, dude.
They have them, you know, they're all over in California.
I want to see one.
You go hiking, those things will fucking jump out and eat you.
That'd be cool as shit. That'd be a great way to die.
Subspecies, there you go.
Ah. See, these are all types of cougars. It's not like one subspecies is called a mountain lion. You know what I mean?
Well, I believe they become mountain lions once they're in mountains.
What?
Yeah.
Are they otherwise just cougars?
Yeah.
Huh. More you know?
But I believe in North America we just
Call them mountain lions.
or at least in America.
Yeah. I mean, heck. Why
But
not?
we have them up in here.
Up in here?
What's that map? I seen a map. Go down. What'd that map say? Yeah, what's that? Also, what's the difference between the orange and the...
Let's click it, we're blind.
Contemporary cougar, extinct or severely reduced population. Oh, okay. But this isn't necessarily true, because just the other day there was a cougar that was killed in this place. So
well, that's
there's
severely
one
reduced.
Here. No,
Extinct
severely
or
reduced.
reduced.
Okay, severely. I didn't read the whole thing.
Why don't you read the whole thing?
It's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had one, but we killed it.
Yep. Way to go. Now it's extinct. Well, not extinct.
Oh well.
in
It's
this
probably
area.
gonna eat some kid or something.
Probably.
So-
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Later.
That's what I say.
Survival of the fittest, kid. Don't go outside when there are cougars around.
That's so crazy that we used to live with like cougars
Right.
and saber-toothed tigers. Wait, did we live with those? I think we did.
Sure. I feel like
I've
there
seen
was an
paintings.
overlap. Yeah.
I've seen paint.
Or at least like Neanderthals.
This might be some kin hand.
Kin hand.
Kin hand shit. But man, we used to kill those things. We just had like spears
Yeah, just kill them.
or a rock.
And then we'd eat them.
How crazy!
Just fucking tear a leg off and just rip into it.
How did we do that?
I don't know. I wish we were so cool.
I can't
but now
believe
I
we-
sit on the couch and watch Netflix.
That's how far we made it. We killed those things
Yeah.
with like spears, and then we were like, "Fuck, let's watch Netflix."
Yeah. But you know what? Those people that were killing those animals with spears, they weren't sitting around questioning why they existed.
They're probably a little more badass than us.
Yeah. They weren't crying over the meaningless void that was their life.
But that does mean though that we all have that badass gene in us somewhere.
Somewhere.
Because we made it. Because we had some descendant that
That's
was
true.
badass enough to do that. Be like, I ain't gonna fucking
I
let
need
this
to
thing eat me.
Dig deep and find that
I'll
shit.
fucking stab this fucker with a
Yeah.
arrowhead
An arrowhead.
or whatever.
Spear.
Spear with an arrowhead tip.
Knife. Rock.
Knife, rock. So someone in your lineage did that.
Wow.
But then later on,
Here I
someone
am.
was like, "Oh, someone else will do that.
Yeah.
I'll just be back here,
I will
guys.
eat this Twinkie and cry in my
I'll,
bed.
I'll stay back here and grind up the corn while you go hunt the fearsome animal."
Now here we all are.
And then a person was like, "Oh, but hey, man, I'm too smart to do. I'm the
brains.
I'm
of
the
this
brain.
outfit.
I'm a shaman. I talk to the gods. You gotta go hunt and bring me some food, cause
to offer to the gods.
I fucking invent things
Yeah.
like math,
Smath.
smath. You guys even know what that was? And then one day I was like,
We'll call it math.
"Hey, man, we need to figure out how to do stuff." I believe that's
what
how
we did.
math was created.
Meth or math?
Well, meth was created because a mathematician one time he was trying to do some math, but he's tired. So then he made some meth.
Some meth.
They cover it in Breaking Bad. He's a teacher.
Oh, I see.
He's like a science teacher.
Yeah. Did he do math after he had the meth?
Probably. I think they were kind of like implying that like, oh, he's a teacher, he's smart. This is like a smart person making meth.
Yeah. I only watched a few episodes of that show.
Yeah, me too.
Admittedly.
It's not that great.
You're the first person I've ever heard say that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's terrible, but I'm just saying if you only watch a couple episodes, there's no need to go back.
All right, cool. Well, I won't.
So
I won't turn around.
Just let it be a mystery.
I wish I was cool enough that I didn't watch TV, but I do. Well, like
No,
Netflix.
I hate those people that are like,
I live my life instead of watching
I don't
TV.
own a television. It's okay. Like now you can be like, I don't have cable.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I get that. But
Yeah.
I always hated those motherfuckers that are like, I don't own a television. I'm like, okay, good. Does that make you smarter or something? I was like, you can own a TV and still read books.
Yeah.
You can do both. I was like, I feel like I am more cultured than you because I do both.
Yeah.
I also watch television, which has a lot to offer.
Get you a man that can do both.
It's like there are, you can read shitty literature all day long.
That's true.
So I just never really understood what people were getting at when they would brag about not owning televisions.
That's deep.
I don't even know if it's deep. It's just, what are you implying?
What's the point?
When you don't own a television, okay. And?
Don't make you better than me?
Yeah. Okay, cool. I believe, movies and film are great pieces of art. So
I think so, but I have a limited capacity to like do both. Like I will just watch TV all night after I come home and then not also do other things. Like I believe you should be doing several things.
No, you can do it. You can. Your life. You can. I'm just saying you can watch TV.
You totally can.
And read a book sometime.
And you definitely should. I struggle with it though.
I mean, I read a book once. No, I read a book. I think the last book I read was like 3 months ago, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
But I read a lot of articles.
Yeah.
I believe with the internet you can find a lot of there's a lot of different rabbit holes you can fall down and read a little bit about a little bit.
Yeah.
You can also get into like echo chambers though when you get into the internet and just read stuff that supports what you believe in, like flat Earth or
round Earth for those crazy people.
Yeah, or Kenneth Ham.
Yeah.
Type stuff, whatever.
Tim Han.
Whatever you want to read, but
whatever.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, don't be ashamed to tell people you own a TV. That's something you should be proud of.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah, I own a TV.
And the bigger the TV, the prouder you should be.
Mm-hmm. It's the size of the ship.
Yeah, don't even, when you mention you have a TV, also mention the size of it.
Yeah, immediately.
So, it's like, you have a TV, what do you have, a 65 inch? Yeah, 55, 45?
You're sitting at 35? Jesus
Christ. I don't know if I own, do you own what size is your TV?
I don't have a TV. My roommate has a TV.
Okay, how big is your room?
It's smaller than yours. I don't know what the dimension is.
But I'm going to estimate, because I've seen this television, it's at least a 40-inch TV.
At least a 40-inch.
Like, I'm sorry, if you own a 35-inch TV, you're highly suspect.
Oof.
You may be a communist or something, I don't know.
Thank God I don't fall into that category.
That's like the TV they would hand out. And if you lived in a socialist country, they're like, here's what you got. We all have the same size.
We're all fucking stuck with this horse
35. Good luck. Get the fuck out. But, I've never met anyone that's went out and purposely purchased a 35-inch.
35-inch TV.
That'd be crazy. Do they even make them?
I don't know.
I mean, that's cool. Hey, the size of the TV doesn't matter. It's what you're watching.
Well, it's a little of both.
Well, true. If you're going to entertain people, you probably want to have...
You want to have a bigger TV.
Yeah. A slightly larger television.
People will enjoy your TV more if it's a little bit more sizable.
It's true. Well, you can see more.
Yeah. See more butts.
See more butts.
When I first moved out of my parents' house, I brought this really old TV, and it was smaller than this computer screen. It was probably the same size. It was so tiny.
Was it black and white or?
No, it did have color.
Oh, cool.
But it was also not a flat. It was a big old round. It was the size of a large bike helmet.
Sweet.
TV. Yep, that's the last TV that I owned in my own name.
Well, I'm sure one day you'll buy a TV
number.
in your own name.
Yeah, and it's gonna be at least 40 fucking inches.
Yep, and hey, even if you don't have a TV, as long as you have a laptop or a
That's
phone
true. I can do
or a
Netflix
tablet,
here.
you don't need it. I mean, I get it. A TV's a little antiquated. You don't need to have a TV specifically.
I want that.
But as long as you have a screen where you can watch moving pictures.
But I mean, it's so small, and the speaker only goes so loud. And
That's true. I mean, as a person that enjoys cinema, I believe you should watch definitely a feature film in its correct format. Like, at least on a television screen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little disrespectful to watch a movie on a cell phone. But,
ooh, yeah.
I mean, but if you have to do it,
You gotta do what you gotta
you gotta do it. But check it out on the TV.
Yeah, make a world of difference.
Yeah. Miranda, have you seen what Donald Trump is up to lately?
What the hell is that motherfucking doing these days?
Man. He tweeted out a video of him. They edited the CNN logo onto a person's face, and it was a video of Donald Trump like clotheslining the person and like beating it up. Because he had, excuse me, Donald Trump had participated in a wrestling match.
He had done what?
I didn't know if you were aware of this.
No.
He was a special guest at a WrestleMania. I don't know what year. But he got involved physically and clotheslined a guy. But so in the video, they just put CNN over the guy, and he just clotheslined like, oh, look, I'm beating up CNN.
Right.
And people were outraged.
Yeah, I bet they were, man. What
Now,
incarnation? Did he make this video himself?
Oh, no, he just found it on Reddit or something. Who knows? Now, I get it. I get that it is juvenile. But it seemed a little overblown to me.
Hey, who gives a shit?
It's like, it's just, this guy says dumb stuff every single day. I'm not saying we should become numb to it and just be like, yeah, he just tweets stupid shit. But it just seemed like the outrage was a little much.
Yeah.
But,
I feel you.
And then apparently he's bullying.
Bullying.
He's being a bully towards some news anchors.
On CNN?
No, they're on MSNBC.
There are news anchors on MSNBC? Just kidding.
I don't know. Don't watch it. Don't have cable.
Yeah.
But I do have a TV.
Ah, yes.
And I do keep up on current events. I go to the NewYorkTimes.com.
NYT?
Go to CNN. I go to some other places.
Check out that BBC grind.
Sometimes doing a little international flair. Can do BBC, Al Jazeera, RT.
Probably also Fox News.
Sorry. I'm losing my voice. No, I avoid Fox News.
Oh, I thought that was a pretty good, reputable source.
I mean, it may be. I just... I like to go to, a lot of different sources. You go to New York Times, you go to CNN, I feel like you're getting kind of a moderate view of what's happening. Conservative people will say that those are extremely liberal news outlets. Sure. But I feel like it's more of a middle ground. If you go to, like, RT, since that's, like, a Russian state-ran news source, you get a little bit more of a... Now, I wouldn't say a critical look at what's happening in America, but, a different look, a foreign look of, viewpoint of what's happening. So that can give you a little idea of, like, what a segment of the rest of the world is thinking about what's happening. Cool. And, you can go to your blatantly, conservative or liberal sources to get information if you want to know what those people are thinking. If you want to
I like to have my thoughts confirmed.
You can go to Breitbart if you want to see what the conservative viewpoint is, or you can go to fucking Salon or some bullshit if you want to get the liberal viewpoint. I go to all of them so that I can say, hey, what are these crazy people on the right saying? What are these extreme people on the left saying? What's CNN saying? What's Russia think? And then I can kind of formulate. I can use my critical thinking skills and go, hey, this is kind of what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what I suggest people do. Get a lot of different sources, and use your own judgment.
Yeah.
But
Open your mind.
Yeah, I don't know where we were going with that.
Hell. Oh,
Hell.
we were talking about what old D. Trump was up to.
Well, yeah, he made a video and everyone got upset.
Yeah.
And then he was making fun of those news anchors.
Mm-hmm.
Said, hey, man.
How was he making fun of
He's
them?
like, oh, man, this woman came into my club and she had a face. She just got done with a plastic surgery on the face and her face was bleeding.
Oh.
And all kinds of crazy stuff. Basically just picking on them.
She should, yeah, but I mean, she should definitely take care of her face. Like, have good hygiene for the recovery. I mean, you just paid a lot of money on
I'm
the
assuming
plastic
she was
surgery.
not probably really bleeding from the face.
I hope not.
But I don't know. I didn't look into that. Hopefully, yeah. Don't go
I hope she recovered fine.
Don't go out with open wounds after you've had a facelift.
Yeah, you gotta take care of that.
But, you know...
made an investment in yourself, and you should really see that through.
But, what else happened? Oh, and then apparently he was, like, trying to blackmail them or something. He's like, oh, my buddy at the National Enquirer has a dirty story on you two. Ooh. And they're like, hey, man, can you talk to him? And he's like, no, I can't, because I don't like you.
Why... Never mind.
Why?
I was gonna...
I think that's a question everyone asks.
And then I was like, yeah, there's not... I'm not gonna find an answer to that.
So, you know, that was all.
Well, that's pretty just wicked.
That's old news. That's from, like, last week. So
well,
everyone listening to this is like, fuck.
Come on, Kelsey, keep up.
But I like to think our audience is behind on the news, too.
Yeah, I
so
like to think that they pay about as much attention as I do.
We're telling them. What else?
The point of this podcast is for Chet to catch Kelsey up on the current events.
Man, 4th of July is coming up tomorrow.
Hell yeah, it is, and I'm not going to celebrate.
You're going to be in the air.
Yeah.
Part of the time.
Or, yeah, getting ready to be in the air. Maybe I'll get drunk at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Happy 4th.
Go to airport bar.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Some overpriced drinks. Do you think maybe if I dress a little slutty, I'll get a free drink or two?
I mean, you can always... You mean like a guy like that you meet in the terminal?
Yeah, or the bartender.
Or the bartender.
Either.
The bartender probably not, because he does this shit every day.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe you can meet someone in the terminal,
Okay.
have a little one of them terminal flings.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, we're crossing paths for about, a couple hours.
Yeah, get a few drinks and
Get a
then
few
be
drinks.
like, all right, well, I'm off to go
You could,
visit my boyfriend.
They, entertain the thought, oh, we could do stuff, and, ooh, that's exciting, but it's, really, we're both leaving in an hour, so it's not going to happen. But
Have you ever had a terminal fling?
No, I've seen this in movies.
What? What movies?
This may not be a real thing. It's a trope. You always see the thing in movies where two people meet in an airport terminal.
Give me an example.
And then it cuts. It's just so prevalent. I can't even give you an example.
It happens so often.
Just imagine this. Just imagine this scene. I'll set it up for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, middle-aged guy goes into airport bar.
Who is Tom Hanks in the terminal?
Could be. No, not Tom. I'm thinking more of a George Clooney type. This may actually be a George Clooney movie, but...
No, I'm listening.
Just think in generalities. A 40-year-old guy, handsome, goes into the bar. Oh, there's a woman by herself. She could work for the airline. She could be another businesswoman who they're both laid over. Mm-hmm. They go talk. Oh, they hear over the announcement. Oh, flight, whatever the fuck, it's going to be delayed another night.
Oh.
Well, fuck, I guess we're getting rooms. And it's all it's like, I'm in room 2B, I'm in 2-6 or some bullshit. And then and then there's a lingering look they give each other.
Yeah.
And then you cut to.
Yes.
Okay? You just cut to. Shot in the hotel room. Curtains open, it's daylight. It's probably the guy fucking buttoning his shirt up and she's still in the bed. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I got business to do. This is over. What are you still doing in bed?
Shoo.
Right there's the scene. You never seen that in the movie?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure it's happened.
In a movie or in real life?
Yeah, in real life, but it also in movies.
In movies, yeah.
So,
Well, that could be me.
It could be, well, you lead the guy on to think.
Right, and then once he tries to get me into a hotel room, politely tell him that I'm going to visit my boyfriend.
Time. But then the twist is you find out you guys are on the same flight together.
Oh, and then
you're seated next to each other. My trick didn't work.
This really sucks.
Oh man.
I've really punished myself. These next 8 hours are gonna be just hell.
So that could happen.
Yeah.
So maybe not. Maybe don't.
I might see my boyfriend at the airport, so maybe I can get him to.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But you guys should pretend that you don't know each other.
Ooh,
have you ever seen that in movies?
That could be kind of sexy.
Have you seen that in the movies where two couples act like they don't know each other?
Coming up in a bar.
Yeah.
Hey, come here often.
Yeah. You could do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. You gotta tell him you're gonna do it because you'll be confused why you don't remember
Don't you
him.
recognize me? Sorry, who are you?
He'll probably call paramedic. And then you have to be like, no, I was just role playing and he didn't understand.
He's like, I'm not sure if I should get on my flight now because she seems not well enough to travel by herself. I can't really just
She didn't recognize me.
I'm gonna end up postponing both of our flights and creating a whole ordeal.
So that could happen.
Yeah,
so.
That'll be awesome. I can't wait.
Watch out for that. Oh my god, I thought my cat was having a seizure there for a second.
No, she's just getting comfortable. She looks really uncomfortable.
She's sleeping.
Did you see me like fucking up her hair? Just
no.
Look at that.
Ooh.
That's so
What?
bad. I'm so evil.
Why?
I love your cat.
Why did you find pleasure in this?
Because I like causing people pain.
I think she's okay. She is like sleeping. She has no idea. She don't care. Look at her.
She don't give one
Look
shit.
at her, that mangy ass
Watch
hair.
it this
She don't
foot.
care.
She hates it.
She's like, I'm trying to sleep.
Poor kitten.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh, close call.
I'm trying to help make you more comfortable. I don't think I'm helping.
Who cares about her comfort?
Oh, I do. Anyway.
Oh no, I have to go to the bathroom, so you can
take a
just go solo on this.
Sure. I've got this. Why not? If you listen very closely, you may be able to hear the sound of Chet's urination. Wasn't that something special? I just let them listen to you urinate.
Cool. Man. So I spent this weekend. Oh man, losing my voice apparently.
Yeah.
Let me drink some Dos Equis to give me some
sponsor.
hydration. Yeah.
Fuck
please.
you, Stevia. Stevia. Not Stevia. Cat. Hand me my water. You're the best.
Well,
you know,
I try to be a gentleman when I can.
You can.
Man, so I spent the weekend watching this new Netflix series, Glow. And I gotta tell you.
Please do.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's pretty good.
Tell me more.
So, it's based on a 1980s television series called Glow.
Oh.
So, let me rewind back here and
glow back.
unpack this for you. Mm-hmm. So, originally there's a documentary made a few years ago about Glow, and this is what inspired the series.
Okay.
So, the documentary is awesome. It's also called Glow. So
believe it or not.
I'd say you could check that out as well. If you've watched the television series Glow and you want to know more about Glow, the real story, watch Glow the documentary. Or you can watch the documentary first and then the series like I did. So then you know, like, oh my god, that's who that's based on, and that's who that... Or maybe you actually watched Glow in the 80s and you're much older than us.
So there's 3 different glows that I can refer myself to?
There's a documentary made about Glow.
Okay.
And then, because of the success of the documentary, they made a fictionalized television series about Glow.
Yes.
But Glow was a television show in the 1980s.
Right.
And it was a professional wrestling show.
I see.
And that's what the fictionalized show is about. It's about the show being put together.
Oh, okay. So it's like meta.
I don't know if it's meta, but it's
meta.
I think meta would have been like, man, we're in a show about wrestling. And we're wrestlers. Isn't this crazy? But anyways, so what Glow was in the 80s, a wrestling promoter and a television director got together and they created this TV. It's basically a TV... Oh, hey.
Hi!
You're here.
Sorry I'm late. Traffic was a bitch.
That reminds me.
We're talking about Glow.
This is how I describe Glow. It's 100% Lucha Underground, but with women in the 80s. That's what Glow was. It was like a TV show that was wrestling.
Oh, we're talking about actual Glow.
Yeah, actual Glow. I was trying to explain actual Glow, and then I remembered Lucha Underground exists. So it's basically the same thing, but instead of being lucha, women wrestlers.
I can relate.
So it was like really not hyper realistic, like bizarre, dramatic like characters who like would do crazy skits and stuff, and then they'd wrestle like inside of an arena type setting.
Okay.
So basically Lucha Underground, but with women.
Perfect.
But it was in the 80s, so it was very like un-PC and like crazy 80s shit.
So I'm guessing it was not very respectable, like, were there mud matches and shit
No,
like
they
that?
didn't. No, it's very empowering to women in the sense of...
Oh, so not that sense of PC.
I don't know how to describe it. In the film, or in the television series, they do a good way of capturing that essence. But, so this was a series that ran from like 85 to 90, and it was just this crazy TV show about women's wrestling, and it was kind of like, trashy, but, I think they kind of knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like, they were kind of making fun of the genre of wrestling and having fun with it. Anyway, so they made a documentary about it, and then the documentary was popular, so then they made this television series. So the television series is about the struggling actress who gets cast into the series, and it's about these women, training to be wrestlers and becoming wrestlers, and there's a little side story with the main character and her best friend. There's a little extramarital affair going on. There's a little friction there, but then they're both wrestling, so then, there's a little feud there. I don't want to give away spoilers if you don't watch the series.
Yeah.
But very funny. Great characters. My favorite character, I'll give you a little spoiler, my favorite character is Welfare Queen. Oh. She's this black woman who, her wrestling character is Welfare Queen.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I need to go more in depth
I think
than
that covers it,
but she's my favorite. She's awesome. Are you familiar with the wrestler Awesome Kong?
Yeah, she is a giant lady.
Yeah, she's Welfare Queen.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I didn't even realize. I was like, this woman seems familiar, because I was only slightly familiar with Awesome Kong. And I had to look it up. I said, oh, that's Awesome Kong. But anyway, she is now Welfare Queen. Cool. Who, by the way, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I am. She is the current Glow champion.
Whoa!
So, I'm sorry, I may have spoiled something.
I would assume. Awesome Kong's in the show. She's probably going to be pretty high up there in the rankings.
But,
she's like 300 pounds.
It looked like she lost some weight. That's also why I didn't recognize her. She looked a little smaller. But she's actually a very good actress. She really pulls off the Welfare Queen actress really well. I mean, this is a very progressive television show. It's ran by and created by the people that created Orange Is the New Black.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's the same writers and showrunners. Well, probably not exact same, but some of the same people. Yeah. So it kind of has a similar humor to that. Right. I could say maybe. But it's a really quality show. Very good. They make fun of that whole 80s wrestling. They got the Russian, they got the Welfare Queen, they got the terrorist, they got all that stuff. It's awesome. It's a good show. I highly suggest anyone checking out Glow if they want to have a good time. Highly recommend it. But you could also go to YouTube and watch the original Glow, which is just as fun too. You have so many different options when it comes to this.
I have so many Glow options.
But you probably want to watch the Netflix series. It would be my suggestion.
That would be the first?
Yeah, that'd be the first step. And then if you like the series, then you could watch the documentary.
Got it.
And then if you like the documentary, you could actually watch Glow.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So, I mean, you could just think about it like Lucha Underground without all the men's asses, which...
Suddenly I'm less interested.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking to say.
But it has super crazy, 80s, un-PC, craziness.
But I really enjoyed Prince Puma's ass.
Who's Prince Puma?
He's on the
What's his
Underground. Yeah, he's Ricochet.
I was trying to think. I thought maybe he was in Glow, but I don't think he is.
Oh my
god. In
God.
Glow, the Netflix series. They have a few real wrestlers on that series. They have Johnny Mundo.
Hey, neato.
He's alright looking.
He's in Glow for a couple scenes.
Okay.
They got,
Does that mean Taya is in Glow? Tell me no.
No, she's not in Glow. I'm trying to think of other real wrestlers they have on there. They have Awesome Kong. Mm-hmm. They have Johnny Mundo, however you say that shit. They got, who's the guy, the wrestler who did the dick move?
Oh, Joey Ryan.
Yeah, Joey Ryan is on there.
Cool.
He plays Mr. Monopoly. who's an obvious $1 Million Man ripoff / Ric Flair ripoff. I think they're going for. There's Alex. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Alex something. He's in WWE for a while. I don't know, but he plays a guy. He's called Still Horse. He rides a motorcycle. He's a working class hero.
Right on.
He takes on Mr. Monopoly. So those are like some of the real wrestlers in there.
You know, the last time I saw Awesome Kong, you were talking about how wrestling used to be non-PC. Last time I saw Awesome Kong, there was a whole angle where everyone was making fun of her and calling her fat. She like cried in the middle of the ring, and all this happened right after she got pregnant and had a miscarriage.
Was that in WWE?
Yeah.
Was. They screwed her over with her little run there. I think she could have been a big deal.
There was a lot of talented women who showed up, and they had a whole gimmick where they called them fat and they cried.
Aww.
That happened like 3 times.
Yikes.
I don't think they would do that now. They seem a little more progressive in their women's.
This was just a couple years ago,
division. But I even say from a couple years ago. But I have to say, Glow though is the place to be.
Right on.
With women in wrestling.
Well, I just finished Orange Is the New Black. So
well, now you got something new.
Go right on to Glow.
Just stay in your room in Israel and just watch Glow the whole time.
I'm traveling across the earth to just sit on a different couch and watch Netflix elsewhere.
That's what I would do.
That's what I Netflix originals.
Yeah.
That's a step up.
Yeah. And well, you may not even be able to watch that in Israel. Maybe like region blocked or something. They may. I know Netflix is different in different countries, and I know sometimes people try to get like a what's that thing where you have like you're coming off a different server. I don't know. It's technical, but some people will try to get a Netflix from a different region because they have different movies on there. Yeah. They try to get the Russian version of Netflix, well, Russia probably doesn't have it, but
yeah.
I wish there was a Netflix where you could pick the region and you got the like knockoff version from that country. Like if you could watch shitty Russian knockoff Friends.
I would love that.
Just a very and I'm obviously assuming horrible things about Russia, like post World War II depression. Just walking into a room, there's 2 chairs and maybe a bucket as a table.
Aww.
They're in line to get their 35-inch TV.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
beautiful.
We said in Russia you probably have to wait in line, and all you can have is a 35-inch TV.
It's the biggest it is.
Because I was saying in America, who would ever buy a 35-inch TV?
Communists, that's who.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason you'd ever purposely have a 35-inch TV is if it was the only option.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, they make them. I've seen some ridiculously small TVs, but
why have that?
But I assume that's like for your kitchen or something.
Yeah.
A little kitchen TV.
Or like your child.
Or your child, or a bathroom. I've always wanted a TV in my bathroom, but I've never done it.
That's dangerous.
That's awesome.
It's dangerous?
That's hemorrhoids waiting to happen.
You think? Because you'll just be like, fuck, I can just sit here all day.
Take a shit, and then you'll get hooked on something you're watching, and then before you know it, you're just sitting there all agape.
Agape.
For way too long.
I'm thinking like instead of like a toilet TV, maybe like a bathtub TV. You know what I mean?
Well, I think they are one and the same. Like it could pull out and you can turn it towards the bathtub.
Pull out.
Well, yeah. Pull out the TV and face it towards the bathtub.
I see.
But, you know, I don't know. A man can dream.
Yeah.
I've brought my laptop into the bathroom before.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Not when I'm taking a shit, like when I'm taking a bath. So I can watch something.
Hey, you know, whatever.
Sometimes I'll take leisurely baths.
Leisurely shits.
You know, I will take those. Well, they're not leisurely. They're usually painful and taxing. And I was like, I wish it was not taking this long. I guess I should do some.
You got to address your like nutrition if that's.
I know, and I think I need more fiber, and then you're like, ugh, and you drink the fibers shit.
Yeah,
now you got
some Wheaties.
Now you got to shit all the time.
Yeah.
But it's coming out, but you just got to do it all the time.
Yeah, but like, which is worse?
There we go. One, you might shit yourself. One, you might just.
Do you get it that bad from just a bit of fiber?
Yeah, I have a real sensitive
a small
system.
Window, apparently.
It's like either I'm shitting like none other, and it's just gonna come, or it's like, man, we'll have to work on this for a while. I have no middle, no comfort ground. I find I'm one or the other.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's just a family thing, genetic.
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, when I drink coffee, man, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Like that really loosens. Yeah, if I need to loosen myself up, I drink some coffee, but then it's dangerous.
They get real loose.
Yeah, it's like, is this going to be a fart or...
Now, what if you do more fiber, but you invest in something like a squatty potty?
What's a
What?
squatty potty?
Oh, you haven't heard of this?
No.
It's a magical invention where you just keep it under your toilet, and it's basically just a stool, and it props your legs up so you're in a more squatting position, which is what people are supposed to do from nature.
I see.
I feel like
helps the poo.
Yeah, I do sometimes feel like if I squatting, this would be coming
You
easier.
just have to like.
Because sometimes I will kind of
up.
lift my leg up and it helps. So I think that's a real thing.
Well, let's get you a squatty potty.
Yeah, maybe that's all I need. Or
When's your birthday?
I can just put this over the toilet and just kind
Oh,
of
there you
squat
go.
over
Yeah,
the top
who
of
needs
it.
that?
I got an end table. I'll just stand on that. Oh my god. I mean, but if you do want to get me a squatty potty for my birthday, I will
When's your
accept
birthday?
it. Oh, it's not till January.
Oh shit.
So we got a while.
Yeah.
But keep that in mind.
I'm off the hook. You'll forget by then.
I will be severely disappointed when I don't have a squatty potty. Like, I was really expecting that.
I've been waiting. I've been holding this shit
And,
since July.
Remember that one time we went and looked at a bidet? And
Yeah, I do.
we got scared and
I
ran
do.
away.
It was very aggressive.
It shot really
Far.
Extreme bidet.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. I think that bidets are maybe common in Israel.
Probably in most civilized countries.
Yeah, so I'll
Unlike
have to deal
America.
with that.
America, the greatest country, they're like, yeah, wad up some fucking paper.
Yeah,
and
let's just
fucking
shove some dry
shove
paper
up
in there and hope for the best.
Yeah, what is that bullshit?
Yeah.
I bet they do have bidets. I bet it's fucking law.
Mm.
Jesus.
Well,
No
I mean, this is
home will be
America.
without a
We're
bidet.
very work-centric, industrial people. We want to just scrape it off and get moving.
Oh
we don't
my
have time
God.
to just hose it down.
I think it's more like there's a toilet
That's a whole
paper.
weight.
There's a toilet paper industry. They're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you're gonna put us out of business.
Yeah,
if-
they're fucking big toilet paper.
Yeah.
Big
Oh, you're just gonna
TP.
You're just gonna wash that out with water?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, motherfucker.
Not
You
on
need to
my
fucking
watch.
smear that onto your skin with some toilet paper. Just rub
Smear
that
it
in.
on your skin.
Hey, I mean,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
sure. 90% of it will get onto the toilet paper.
So, but wait, are people who are using bidets not also using toilet paper?
I don't
Don't you
I
want
don't
to dry
know.
that out? I don't want to walk around with wet ass.
I thought they had like little. Don't the fancy
Little
ones like
blow dryers?
have little blow dryers on them or no? I'm sure the fancy ones do. I mean, not the one we messed with.
I will find out. I'll come back
Yeah.
and I'll be a changed woman.
They
I'll let you
better.
know.
Now, when you said you guys were messing with a bidet, was this you were shopping somewhere and found
Oh.
a
I'm
bidet,
not at
or
liberty
it
to
was a
say.
fancy hotel?
We were at a place that there was a bidet present,
Yeah.
but we were not familiar with how it functioned.
Yeah, so we just
This
tried.
is very oddly secretive.
Well, not oddly. It's we're just being
Just at a place.
purposely
We
vague.
don't want people to know where to find a bidet.
We were just at a place that happened to have one. I'm just not at liberty to say the
To
place.
say anything else, yeah.
But all you need to know is there was a bidet and it shot water
It
like
was very aggressive.
several feet.
It made me nervous.
High pressure, and I
With
could
a
have.
high-pressure bidet
But I was probably.
and all this secrecy, were you guys like at a whorehouse?
Yes, we were at a
Yeah.
whorehouse,
I don't
and
want to talk about it any further.
and I was probably operating. It's probably operator error. I probably did something wrong, and that's
Yeah.
why it shot out. It could have shot me in the face if
That would've
if I would have been looking into the bowl.
Unsettling.
Yeah, I would have known.
Oof.
But I just hit some towels or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
But
It was scary and enlightening all at the same time.
I've still never used a bidet.
No. Me either.
One time I was at a truck stop and they had bidets, but only in the ladies' room.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah, they came out and told me, like, oh, they got bidets. They're like, did you use the bidet? And I'm like, what? They're like, well, they have them in the women's. I was like, they don't got them in the men's.
Some horse shit.
I know, they're like, fuck.
I think I need to do some research on bidets before tomorrow.
Do they have toilet seats or do you have to squat?
What?
They probably have toilet seats.
They better.
They
I feel
probably
like
do.
I would have been warned.
Yeah, you would have been.
I like to
think
think.
it's more of a East Asia thing, that squatting. What?
You're not I am dating one like sick sadistic motherfucker.
I think
you know what?
I
I'm just
think-
not gonna tell her.
I don't think that's a Middle East type situation.
There are no toilet seats.
The-
Good luck,
you-
ho.
It's just a hole. And there's a bidet.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Ooh.
But a bidet just seems much more civilized, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
I think so.
Hands-free, unless you're
It's more
drying it.
civilized.
I'm
but
assuming
it's
it.
not time efficient.
Yeah.
Why is it not time?
I
Dude,
mean, how long do you have to?
dude, I will wipe my ass for like 5 minutes.
That's true. You gotta.
Well, I guess I have not
have
seen
quite
the
a few
pressure on
passes
this
at it.
bidet. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
it
like
might only be like a few seconds.
Right.
So I'm just imagining like a water fountain.
Yeah.
Because sometimes...
No. It was like... It was
Like
impressive.
a super soaker?
It made me uncomfortable because I was like, I feel like this would feel a little too good to certain audiences.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It depends on where that thing's aimed. But, I don't know. Maybe this is just me and I want to get too personal, but sometimes you're just wiping your ass and you're like, is this ever going to end?
Yeah, am I ever going to be done with
You're
this?
like, I'm ready, but... And you're like, did I miss something? You sit back down, you're like, nothing's coming out. You're like,
What's going on?
What's going on here?
What's
So
the deal?
if you had a high-powered bidet just to fucking
Just to
power wash
fix
that
that.
thing,
Yeah.
I'd prefer that than
Yeah,
just...
why not?
You're like wasting all this paper.
Well, hell, get yourself one.
Sounds like a lot of work.
You
like-
blew a little spit
That
bubble when you
these,
said
I
that.
know. I was like, that's how disgusted I was. I started salivating.
You get very passionate about these things and then brush it off.
Well, it's like
Nah.
you seen that thing we seen, and it seemed like you had to like screw it in like onto things,
ordeal.
and like there's like piping, and you had
Yeah.
to. It seemed like work.
Yeah.
Like too much work on a toilet. Like you gotta get up and behind the toilet and
That's
shit.
true.
I don't want to do that. I guess I could hire someone to do it.
Get yourself just some pooty wipes.
Yeah.
Call that good.
Also, pooty wipes are also a jump over just toilet paper too.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long for pooty wipes to become so prevalent? It seems like they existed, but it was like just for babies.
Yeah.
And then at some point, they just had them for
Yeah.
like anyone.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's the difference? Why just have it for babies? Like, we also shit.
I think finally I think probably people were just buying the baby wipes, and everyone was like, I use them for myself. And then finally the baby wipe people heard that, and they're like, what the fuck? We've been
We're
missing
gonna
a
make
whole...
adult ones.
Yeah.
A whole demographic.
Don't be ashamed.
Yeah.
But... So finally that's taken off. Have you ever seen Demolition Man where they used the 3 seashells?
What?
That's one of the ones I've not seen.
Spoiler alert, I'll just give away a small segment of that film.
Ooh.
It's about a cop who gets frozen, but then they unfollow him in the future. And one of the first scenes is he goes to the bathroom, and he comes out, and he's like, by the way, you're out of toilet paper. And then they all laugh at him, and he's like, what? And they're like, in the 20th century, they used wads of paper to...
Aww.
When they finished going to the bathroom, and he's like, yeah, your toilet paper was supposed to be, you only had 3 seashells. And they're like, oh, ha, 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 he doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
Aww.
They never explain how they used the 3 seashells.
I want to know what the 3 seashells are.
There's all kinds if you go to the internet,
There's
there's schematics, there's visual aids, like it's been well discussed,
Oh my
the
God.
3 seashells. But, then in the future in this movie, you get fined if you curse, so he starts cursing a lot and getting all these tickets, and then he's like, I'm going to the bathroom. Because he's going to wipe his ass with the tickets. But yeah, the 3 seashells is there's all kinds of different theories. Some people believe, like, obviously, maybe you take the shells and scrape it out or like, pull it out. But it's the future. That doesn't make sense to me. The theory I read that made sense is it was just a bidet.
Yeah.
And those are like the buttons they had.
Yeah.
So.
On it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's what it was
That
since it
makes
was
sense
in the
to me.
future. What? Maybe you did have to scrape your ass with a seashell.
That seems just as bad as with toilet paper.
It does. That's why I don't believe it to be true. But there's a lot of debate about the 3 seashells out there.
Highly debated subject.
Oh, man. Cool.
Well,
anything else?
Are you gonna hang around and watch Deep Blue Sea with us?
that's what you're fucking watching?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I kind of want to, but I should probably go home and pack, though.
That's pretty lame.
Oh,
I know.
it's not long. No, you know what? You
Maybe
do
I'll
whatever you
start
want.
it.
I'm not going to pressure you.
Well, I don't think it'll take that long to pack. And also, I'm going to try to stay up late so that I stay up late tomorrow night, and then I'm to help my sleeping situation.
Well, then you should probably watch it.
I should probably stay and watch it. You're right.
I mean, if you're worrying about just fixing jet lag, you can watch it and then stay for the whole podcast.
Oh, God. I don't know about that.
I mean, you have a whole 8 hours that you got to shift to, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But you do what, it's your life.
Yeah.
You're your own person.
Well, I mean, regardless, we can probably end this.
yeah.
one,
Hey, guys, we're going to watch Deep Blue Sea. You should watch it, too. And then listen to our...
Next podcast.
To the other podcast.
Which
will
remain...
exist eventually.
Which is
Unnamed.
called VHS Revolt.
It is? You have a name. Oh, you
Right?
told
Is that
me.
what it's called?
VHS Revolt, yeah.
VHS Revolt.
I dig it.
Coming soon
To a theater near you.
to a podcast.
And Two in the Bush fully endorses VHS Revolt.
They're like cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Sisters.
Kissing sisters. Or kissing cousins.
Kissing.
I don't know. Fucking.
Boy, this is going
In a
well.
tree. Bye.